You ever sit somewhere just to breathe 10 unread emails, 2 missed calls, one last deep breath to call your own and wind up in handcuffs before your smoothie's even warm? That's what happened to me, Danielle Prescott, on what should have been an ordinary Tuesday in Carmel, Indiana, a town where the lawns are so perfect you'd swear the grass has a personal trainer. Seriously, everything looks nice here, the smiles, the houses, the hedges, and those boundaries you're supposed to just know without anyone having to spell them out. Yeah, that's how it works. So I was sitting there under this old sycamore in Flowing Well Park, just minding my own business breast blouse, navy slacks, heels kicking off humidity, hair tied back the way you do when you mean business but still want the world to know you're not totally defeated by the Midwest weather. My laptop bag was on the bench, tablet half charged from a Zoom meeting I'd finished in the car, smoothie sweating at my side. No music, no phone call, no nothing, just quiet. I'm not even from that far away, maybe 20 minutes, and I work at a clinic, run it actually. Married, 2 kids, still return shopping carts at Target, and answer emails on Sunday. Yeah, I'm that person. Just needed a break before driving home, maybe 2 sips apiece before the rush. And here's the thing. Nothing about me screamed suspicious. I wasn't casing houses, wasn't shouting, just existing. But in Carmel, sometimes that's enough. Silver SUV rolls by, slow, then stops at the curb and think much about it. People sit in cars all the time. Didn't realize the woman inside was watching me like I was a plot twist in her day. She's on the phone, muttering about how I don't belong, how I'm watching the houses. She calls 911. She's just been sitting there. She keeps looking around. The dispatcher's voice, flat, tired, like this isn't her first suburban panic of the week. Okay, Mom. We'll send someone to check it out. Back on my bench, I'm scribbling notes for tomorrow's board meeting, pediatric wing expansion, budget numbers, the works when the first patrol car pulls in. Then a second. 2 officers step out, all business. No wave, no smile, just straight at me, one hand near his holster, the other fiddling with his radio. I look up. Afternoon, ma'am. The tall one says, voice clipped. Hi. I say, polite, careful. Is something wrong? He asks what I'm doing. Just finishing up work before heading home. I answer, sitting up straighter. You live around here? The other asks. About 20 minutes away. Why? He steps closer. We got a call about a suspicious person. You match the description. I look around. Empty park, bright sun, just me and the birds. Sitting on a bench is suspicious? I ask. Just doing our job, he replies. I'm not doing anything illegal. I say, calm, steady. Ma'am, do you have ID? The shorter one presses. I reach for my bag. Stop, the tall one snaps. My hand freezes midair. I was just reaching for my wallet. I say, my voice is flat as his. Stand up, please. What? Ma'am, stand up. The world feels smaller, air gets tight. I stand, hands visible like my dad taught me, like everyone teaches their kids when you look like me. Turn around, he says. I haven't done anything wrong. You're not being arrested, just detained while we figure this out. Figure what out? They don't answer. Click cold metal around my wrists. 2 cuffs, 2 officers, 0 logic. Across the park, teenagers stop mid-step. Jogger slows down. Mom calls her kid back. My bag, my tablet, my smoothie sitting there like nothing's wrong. My heart's thumping, but my voice stays even. Officers, this is a mistake. I work in healthcare. I can show you my credentials. You were acting suspicious, the tall one says, cutting me off. That's enough. May I make a phone call? They nod. I fumble out my phone. Voice unlock. Dial a single contact. It rings. Danielle. My husband's voice low, calm. You know, the kind of calm that carries weight. I need you to stay calm. I say. Where are you? Flowing Well Park. They detain me. I was sitting on a bench. Someone called the police. Are you hurt? No, just embarrassed. Put me on speaker, he says. I tell the officers. They agree. This is General Julius Prescott, United States Army. You are currently detaining my wife without cause. I'm on my way, and this call is being recorded. Notify your supervisor immediately. The mood shifts. They freeze. You should have said who you were married to, the tall one mutters. I stare at him. Why should that matter? No answer. Minutes crawl. The officers pace, check their radios, mumble about confirming my ID, de-escalating note, suddenly nervous like they realize they can't rewind this tape. And then someone's filming a jogger circling back, teenagers whispering, "What did she do?" Nothing, they always do this. One even asks me, "Ma'am, is it okay if I ask what happened?" I sat on a bench. I say, That's it. That's it." She scoffs, turns to her phone. Cops just cuffed a woman in Carmel for sitting under a tree. Another squad car pulls in. Watch Commander, Lieutenant Harris, gray at the temples, gold badge glinting. "What's going on?" he asks. "Call about a suspicious individual matched the description," the tall one says. "What description?" Harris asks. "Black woman sitting on a bench near the houses, looking around." Harris stares at my polished, professional, wrists cuffed. "And that called for handcuffs." She reached toward her bag. Officer explains. "Did she threaten you?" "No." "Did she refuse to give ID?" "She tried." "Did she resist?" "No, sir." "Take the cuffs off." The cuffs come off. Red lines on my wrists. I don't flinch. "Miss Prescott," I apologize. "I'll be filing an incident report and reviewing the call myself." "Lieutenant, my husband is on his way. He won't be quiet." "Wouldn't expect him to be," Harris says. And then here's the cinematic part. A black SUV glides up. General Julius Prescott steps out, tall, crisp, those 4 stars shining on his shoulder. Phones drop. Teenagers hush. Even the joggers stand straight. Julius walks straight to me. "Are you okay?" he asks low. "Yes," I say. He checks my wrists. "They cuffed you." "For sitting under a tree." I nod. He turns to Harris. "Who's in charge?" "I am, sir." "Good. I want everything: body cam, radio logs, call records." "I'll request it formally." "Yes, sir," Harris whispers. The patrol officers have turned into schoolboys, arms crossed, eyes on their shoes. Julius gets my bag and tablet, hands them to me. Then, loud enough for everyone, "My wife is a civilian. She broke no law. She posed no threat. The only thing she did wrong was sit in the wrong zip code. If her last name wasn't mine, she'd still be cuffed." He lets it hang. 30 years serving a country that lets this happen at 2 p.m. in a park. "You should be ashamed." Harris says, "Sir, we're taking this seriously." Julius shakes his head. Serious is too late. Basic judgment, basic respect. You either have it or you don't. He turns to me. "Ready to go?" We leave. No one stops us. He pauses, looking at the houses. To the woman who called this, "I hope you enjoyed the show. Because now the whole country's about to see what your fear looks like." We drive off slow. But even as we're leaving, a news van is already arriving. No sirens, just cameras. The story blows up fast. The teenager posts her video caption. "She sat." They cuffed. Then her husband showed UPA 4-star general. This is America. By the time we pull into our driveway, the clip's hit 300,000 views. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, wrists sore, pride more so. Julius doesn't say much. He knows sometimes you don't want comfort, you want acknowledgement. Texts flood in. "Me, sister, my coworkers, my board." The news is already running it by 5 o'clock. Footage of me, the cuffs, the calm of my voice, the crack in the cops. Julius, silent but thunderous. Legal analyst says it's not just about race, it's about assumptions, power, and who gets the benefit of the doubt. Hashtags go wild. My clinic's PR calls, "We're behind you." Want us to make a statement. I think about all the women who've been cuffed, questioned, shamed, no husband in uniform, no camera rolling, no audience. I'm not sure yet, I say, but if I speak, I'm not holding back. Meanwhile, Harris is calling internal affairs. The officers who cuffed Mion resigns, one's desk duty. The city promises reform. Nobody's impressed. They've seen this play before. By the next morning, 3 million views. Major outlets pick it up. Black woman detained in park. Husband, a U.S. Army general, demands accountability. Wrong zip code, wrong time. The city holds a press conference. Full investigation. Officers on leave, they say. Reporters press for more. Racial profiling? Will the city apologize? The usual dance. At 4 p.m., Julius holds his own presser on our lawn. No script. My wife sat on a bench. Didn't argue, didn't break a law. was cuffed for how she looked. The only reason she got released me rank, my uniform. That's not justice. That's just politics. We want policy change, public accountability, training that matters, not a checkbox. I stepped forward. I run a clinic, raise kids, pay taxes. But when I sat on that bench, none of that mattered. I became a problem, not a person. I don't want this to be about my husband's power. I want it to be about how powerless people feel when this happens. No title, no camera, no voice. That night, I post my own video, no PR spin, just me at my kitchen table. You know what hurts the most? It's not the cuffs, not the embarrassment. It's that nobody asked me what I was doing before judging why I was doing it. I was just sitting. Suddenly, I became someone to fear. I didn't get dignity until my husband showed up in uniform. What about the women who don't have that? I'm not special, and I shouldn't have to be treated like a human being. 10 seconds of silence. 5 million views by lunch. Comments from women, black, white, Asian, telling their own stories. Then comes the twist a woman posts, shaky voice. I think I was the one who called. I didn't mean for it to go like that. I was scared, and I don't even know what I was scared of. That was enough. General Prescott gets a letter from the mayor for a meeting declines. My wife said what needed to be said. Now, will you listen? I go back to work. I bake cookies, run meetings, joke with colleagues. But people look at me different, not with pity, but recognition. The woman who got cuffed and stood up anyway. The woman who said the quiet part out loud. The woman who made a park bench a battleground and never even raised her voice. And as for the officers, well, life moves on, but trust doesn't just grow back because someone updates a policy page. That's not how respect works. It should start the moment you sit down, not depend on who walks in behind you. So if you felt something hearing don't let it slide. Say something. Share it. Start a conversation. The only thing scarier than being cuffed for sitting is being silent when you know it's wrong. And that's what makes the difference, you know?